Hey guys, Corey here, Sky's the Limit Car Care, and today we're going to talk about CARPRO PERL, Ultima Tire and Trim Guard, Ultima Interior Guard Plus, and a variety of the ways that you would use these products on plastic. We'll start with the CARPRO PERL. So CARPRO PERL stands for, well, the PERL stands for plastic, engine, rubber, leather. That's why it's spelled P-E-R-L. That's plastic, engine, rubber, leather. So within that, you can use it on both interior and exterior surfaces. We're going to use it today for this demonstration. We're going to use PERL on this side, and we're going to use Ultima Trim and Tire Guard on this side. And those are both excellent options for exterior plastic. So why use something like a CARPRO PERL or an Ultima Trim and Tire Guard on your plastic? The point is to protect your plastics and also to make them look significantly better, as they will begin to dull over the years. Sun damage, all these different things that your car is exposed to. They, I'm sure you're aware, they slowly take a toll on your plastics, and they start to turn from a nice rich black to a lighter black and then eventually gray. The great thing about these products is even on a brand new car where the plastic looks pretty good, you can still make it look better. So I use the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard on all of my plastics ever since my car was new. I'll use the PERL on some types of plastic on the exterior. It works really good on engine bay plastic. I love it for tires. On the interior, you would not use the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard. The Ultima Trim and Tire Guard is meant for exterior surfaces only. If you're going to use the Ultima brand on your interior, for that you would use the Interior Guard Plus, which is a fantastic product. So I'm going to go over some of the differences between these two products and some of the difference between the PERL and the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard. So the first two products that we're discussing today is CARPRO PERL and Ultima Trim and Tire Guard, both fantastic products for use on the exterior. The CARPRO PERL, as we discussed, is a much more versatile product, as you can use that on plastic, engine, rubber, and leather. Note that that is finished leather, not leather that's uncoated. Fortunately, almost all leather in automobiles today is finished leather, and so this will work on those. Other than the versatility, the durability when we'll go to the Ultima Tire and Trim Guard, it's going to last longer than the CARPRO PERL will, by generally about 3 times longer. That's not to say that the CARPRO PERL doesn't last and isn't quite durable. It will last for at least a few weeks on tires and up to a month on most exterior plastics. If it's not too rainy, if you don't get rain every day, then you could also even last up to 3 months, but you will notice it fading between that 1 to 3 month time span. Whereas the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard will easily last up to 3 months on most plastics, just about any plastic. On tires, this can even last up to a month. So with regards to the interior surfaces, the CARPRO PERL can be used on plastic and leather and vinyl, whereas the Ultima Interior Guard Plus can be used on all interior surfaces other than glass. So if you have some brushed aluminum accent, the fabric, the seat belts, chrome, you can use the Ultima Interior Guard Plus on all those surfaces, pretty much anything I can think of other than glass. Whereas PERL you would not want to put on the fabric, and you would not want to put it on like brushed aluminum, chrome, stuff like that. So those are two of the differences in versatility on the interior of the vehicle. But again, the PERL is able to be used on the exterior, so we still give the win in versatility to PERL. It's just not a dedicated interior product like Ultima Interior Guard Plus is. As far as the look of these products, the Ultima Interior Guard Plus is going to leave more of a satin or matte finish, and the PERL is going to be a little bit glossier. However, you can control the look of the PERL. So if you use the PERL straight, which we do sometimes use on the exterior of the vehicle, it will be a lot glossier than Interior Guard Plus. However, if you want a nice classy look on the interior, you can dilute this 1 to 5 or even all the way up to 1 to 8, which makes it a really big bang for its buck. So price-wise, for the economically conscious, the CARPRO PERL is going to be the winner. But for those that just can't get over that perfect feel, that like cashmere-ish feeling that the Ultima Interior Guard Plus leaves behind, or the durability of it, then the Ultima Interior Guard Plus will win there, and as well as on the surfaces it can be used on. So to prepare for our demonstration today, we used the CARPRO measuring cup here, and we added about 1 ounce of PERL to this bottle, the concentrate bottle, and 1 ounce of water to this bottle as well. So as you know, the CARPRO PERL does not come already diluted, it's always in a concentrate. You can use it anywhere from 1:1 up to 1:8, depending on what you're doing. You can even use it straight if you want on the tires. And some people will use it straight, or even up to 1:1 on the tires. On the trim, generally 1:1 up to about 1:3. And just for a quick refresher for people, when you say 1:3, that means 1 part PERL, 3 parts water. If you say 1:10, that's 1 part PERL, 10 parts water. So again, on the exterior, anywhere from straight up to 1:3, and on the interior, we'll use it anywhere from 1:3 up to 1:8. And generally, you're going to use it more in the 1:5 to 1:8 category because you don't want too much gloss on your interior. So we've already wiped this down and cleaned this plastic that we're going to do our little demonstration on today. We've added a piece of tape here so you'll be able to see the before, and we're going to put the PERL here and the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard here. So you could just apply some PERL directly to the applicator. I like to go ahead and mix it up like this and just spray it on. Like that. It really disperses it and atomizes it nicely. And then you just basically wipe it right on the plastic. If you get any on the paint, it's not going to damage the paint. You can just wipe it right back off, but I generally try to avoid getting it on the paint. There are some trim products that can stain the paint a little bit or really mess up a wax or a sealant if that's what you have on there. And so that's why I try to avoid that. But with PERL, it's water-based. Great thing about this particular water-based product is you don't have to worry about any issues with wax or sealant that you have on there. So any excess, I use a little bit too much product for such a small area. Any excess, you can just wipe off like this. And on the tires, I usually use it a little more sparingly, but on the tires, I will use it a little heavier, like I did here. And in that case, I just like to come back and wipe off any excess, and that way you don't have any worries about sling. The really cool thing about PERL is that it does dry to a completely dry shine. It doesn't have a greasy feeling once it's dry, so 20 minutes to 60 minutes from now, this will be completely dry, and it won't sling or do anything like that. Even if you put it on the tires, it won't sling or anything. Now, if you do expose it to water in the first few hours, it could potentially be a bad situation where it can wash it off. So it's not the product that you want to use if you're going to be exposing it to water right away. In that case, you'd be much better off with the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard, which cures faster than this does. In both cases, you're best off having 12 hours for it to cure, but it's not necessary. It's just on some plastics, it's more likely than others. So we've got the CARPRO PERL on there. Now we're going to go ahead and put the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard on there. With the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard, just like all products, you want to make sure that you shake it up really well. And this product is ultra concentrated. The price is high, but the amount of product that you use makes it so price per application is actually not that high. You just need to be aware of how powerful this stuff is. So it's so concentrated, in fact, that that's actually more than I even intended to apply. And that'll do that. That would have done the entire piece of plastic here, actually. So if you get any Ultima Trim and Tire Guard on the paint, again, it's not going to damage the paint. All that's going to happen from that is that your paint's going to beat up really, really well for a long time. Like I said, the Ultima Trim and Tire Guard is super durable, and I've actually done some testing, just seeing what happens if you leave it on the paint or if you get it on the paint. And it actually blew my mind. I saw a better water beating from Ultima Trim and Tire Guard than you do from most paint protection products. You don't want to intentionally put it on paint because it doesn't look as good on paint. It's not going to have that perfect clarity that you want out of a paint protection product. But the actual protection benefits and the hydrophobics that you get from it are quite impressive. There's the untouched area. On the left, you can see the Ultima Tire and Trim Guard. And on the right, you can see the CARPRO PERL. So as you can see, both products are very easy to apply. Very similar look to them on this particular plastic right now. We're going to go ahead and keep you updated on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok with regards to which ones last longer. And That is it for today. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to tune in next time. You can subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate your support. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave those below. You'll also find links to all the products that we've discussed below. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much. Take care.